Good af- Good afternoon, all. I'm Sandhya from HR Business Circle, an ecosystem for HR professionals. Welcome you all to this Empowering HR Professionals webinar series. Today's topic is how ATS software tools helps the recruitment life. Let me introduce Mr. Das, founder of HR Business Circle. She has 26 years of experience as an entrepreneur. She traveled almost 30 plus countries running different business across the industries like ITES, BPO, publishing solution, entrepreneur committee, recruitment service, and even into construction field, having 350 plus employees. Also, co-author of Krishna, the CXO. It's a management book taken from Bhagavad Gita and Tirukural. I would like to invite our founder, Mr. Das, to speak few words. Over to Mr. Dasan.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, welcome one and all. Thank you, Sundar, for arranging Ceipal meeting on explaining about the ATS, importance of ATS by Raghav. Thank you, Mr. Raghav. You are welcome. This HR Business Circle, just I want to say a few words on HR. What is HR Business Circle? So HR Business Circle is an ecosystem to build an ecosystem around HR professionals. So what is ecosystem means? Why? So this world is an ecosystem, right? So where humans, animals, plants, insects, everyone's come together and live. If any one of this is missing, then there is no world, this ecosystem, right? So the same thing I want to bring here, the stakeholders of human resources, HR professionals, budding HR professionals, HR recruitment agencies, software suppliers like Ceipal, and a lot of stakeholders are there around it. Okay, so this ecosystem I want to bring all together and share the experience and gain the knowledge across the industries so that everyone get benefited from this. So thank you very much for everyone coming together today. We had around 66 registrations, both from Zoom as well as from LinkedIn. So there is a LinkedIn page for HR Business Circle where you can go and follow the page, and also you can sign up so that you will get all the information whatever we are doing in upcoming days. Thank you very much. Over to Sandhya.
Thanks for the informative speech, sir. This webinar is sponsored by Shift HR World, a recruitment consultancy. Let me introduce Mr. Sundar, General Manager. He has 30 plus years of experience in people management and HR from various MNC. He helped the MNC to build a branch at Pondicherry from 30 to 350 employees. Currently, he is heading a Shift HR World recruitment service. He played a key role in getting clients and stabilizing unit process, which is leading to deliver faster and quality candidates to the clients. I would like to invite Mr. Sundar to speak about Shift HR World. Over to Sundar.
Thank you, Sandhya. Good afternoon to all. Excellent intro by Mr. Das. And warm welcome to our speaker, Mr.
Sundar, you have to unmute and talk. Everyone has muted.
Okay. So warm welcome to our speaker, Mr. Raghav, and all participants for this session, sponsored by Shift HR World. I'm excited to introduce our recruitment services consultancy to you. Shift HR World, we specialize in connecting talent candidates with the best companies in their respective industries. Currently, we are serving 20 plus clients in IT and non-IT industry pan-India. This financial year, we have targeted to increase 100 plus clients. We are closing around 5 to 10 positions on an average every month and we are seeing an increasing in number and month on month. This month, we are targeting to close 30 plus positions. Our team size consists of 10 plus recruiters and also 5 plus freelancers recruiters. We are targeting to increase around 50 plus by this financial year. We are connected with various job portals like Naukri, Monster, Indeed, Shine, and LinkedIn. Also, we have our own database integrated with ATS, which holds around 10,000 plus pre-screened profiles. We use Ceipal ATS tool to track the candidates starting from screening till client onboarding of candidate, which is an effective tool to manage end-to-end recruitment process. Please visit our website https://www.shifthr.world. Shift HR World, your hiring ends here. Thank you, Mr. Das, for the opportunity, and over to Sandhya to take over the session.
Thank you, sir, for introducing Shift HR World. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Raghav Nookala, our speaker for today's webinar. Mr. Raghav Nookala, Vice President of Ceipal Corporation, Hyderabad. He has over 23 years of SAP Consulting experience, over 10 years of program management experience. She has done global delivery of projects in 20 plus countries, consistent on-time delivery of over 20 projects, end-to-end management from planning to closing, monitor and prioritize projects. I would like to invite our speaker to start the session.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for this opportunity to showcase Ceipal to you and how we can help you solve a number of problems like all our fellow recruiters are facing. And I've been like, as I mentioned, as I was introduced, I'm the Vice President for Customer Success and Digital Transformation. In this role, I got exposed to a number of requirements, a number of things that we hear from the customers, and I want to share them with you and also share how Ceipal can help alleviate a lot of pain that most of the staffing and recruiting firms face in the current world. Okay, let me share a few slides. Are you guys able to see my slides?
Yes, sir.
Super. So post-COVID, we have been trying to, I think COVID definitely made a big difference in our lives, but post-COVID, we have seen a rapid growth in business. And at the same time, very soon we were hit by the recessionary trends in the US market. Fortunately, the recessionary trends in US market have not hit as much as it had in the past. Mostly because India has been broad basing and our focus has not been US anymore. Our focus is much broader than US. That's where we are seeing the impact on Indian market has been slightly less compared to what we are seeing in the US market. Okay. And while we are doing this, so many things have changed, even though COVID is behind us, but COVID has left us some after effects, right? A lot of people who got used to remote working, and then now we need to bring them back to the office. And then there are, like, we did hear news about a lot of people who are threatening to leave because the TCS is not allowing for work from home. So there are a lot of new tendencies that has come in, and that is what is actually increasing a little bit of complexity in the staffing world. And then DEI is one thing that is picking up pace, not so much in India yet, but again, there are everywhere, like in all the enterprise segments, we've been talking about DEI, and worldwide it is on the rise, right? And then the good news is the Indian gig economy is definitely on the rise, and it's expected to grow at least at 17% this year. And it is expected to reach 455 billion. This is actually going to make Indian market in the, if I'm right, top 5 staffing markets in the world. Okay, which is really good. However, one of the threats that we are facing, a lot of Asian countries, a lot of competitors in the outsourcing or the staffing market, they are definitely denting into the market, and that is one thing we need to keep watching out for. Okay. And while we are doing this, right, we keep talking to our customers, and this is one of the, this is something called Gartner's Bullseye. And Gartner has done a lot of research on where are all these HR related and ATS related products going, right? If you see, there are three levels here. The embedded segment is primarily, these are something that is expected out of most of the HRMS tools. If you look at it, there are 4 different quadrants, right? The first one is the assessment and selection. The second is the candidate and new hire engagement, sourcing and lead generation, hiring management tools. Let me close this. Okay, so so if you look at what I would say the central portion, which is the embedded, this is pretty much like it's all given within Ceipal, and probably many of our competitor products also have a lot of these things. However, the big piece is the newer cutting edge features that the world is adapting, the ATS world and also the HRMS world is adapting. This is one area where if you see literally Ceipal checks all the boxes. Very few which are not really there, but most of it, like anything that is actually adapting, we're already there. And in fact, the ones on the top is experimental. There are a number of things that this market and the products are actually experimenting. And a few of these, like we already started working on a few of these experimental features as well, like your online chat features, and then geotaggings, and we are also talking about internal gig marketplace, internal job postings, and then a few things like RPA. There are a lot of features and gamifications. We are working on a lot of these experimental features as well, because our objective is to be able to give you the best of the world features as part of our solutions. Okay. So let's focus on Ceipal ATS, and in the end, I'm going to end with all the other things that we have. I'm going to focus more on the ATS first, and then we'll move on to the others. Okay. When we are looking at ATS, right, we cover the entire life cycle of recruiting. Okay, like Mr. Das was talking about, the entire life cycle is something that we cover all the way from a job requisition, wherein if you look at it, end of the day, a recruiter should be able to quickly submit. So time to submit is one of the things that we need to focus on. How quickly a requisition that is with me, how quickly I'm able to submit, right? It's only like we have to be very quick. We have to be quick on our feet. And that is where the kind of automation Ceipal brings is going to help you become much more efficient. For example, the job requisitions, even though you would create requisitions, you have ability to integrate with any other existing systems. And we have integration with almost, I think about 100 VMS systems, wherein the requisition can come in directly and sit in your ATS. And then you can start looking for them. And then job postings. Of course, in India, we just have a couple, but we do have a number of job boards that we publish to, including the internal job portals and all of them. So we can push almost, like, I think we have about 250 plus integrated job boards. In India, we just have a few. And then the moment I have a requisition, the requisition is published, and then we also have a lot of applicant interaction, bringing all of things in one place. And then once we submit and once we finalize the candidate, we have the e-boarding processes, and then a lot of features. Like, and the DEI is one more thing that we have integrated, in the sense, if I'm looking at a lot of organizations, they're looking at their DEI metrics and they want to say, hey, I need to increase the percentage of women working in our workforce, or maybe I want to increase a particular ethnicity in my workforce. So these are some things that we are adding, the DEI features, wherein you can actually prioritize those resumes so that you can gradually think about changing your DEI metrics. And then partner and client relationship, very much important for the staffing industry, and then reporting and target setting. So we cover the entire ATS functionality, and all of these things are very much integrated. You don't really have to do a lot of manual activities. And then I'm going to go in detail into each one of these. And if you guys have any questions, please save them to the last. And we do have our team along with me, and then we'll be able to answer your questions. Okay. So if you look at Ceipal, it starts all the way from the job postings, multiple job boards, talent curation. This is one area wherein you can source resumes from all our places. And then Mr. Tas was talking about, hey, we do have these, it was actually Mr. sorry, I missed the name. So all these resumes from all the different sources, we can put it in the talent curation so that it's going to be very quick for you to go through those resumes and pick the ones that are actually applicable to us. And then assessments all the way, like you could have one-way interviews and candidate evaluations, scheduling, you name it, the entire end-to-end engagement of the candidate in the interview process. And then comes the e-boarding, the moment we complete the submission and we know we have the right candidate, we have to collect the documents and make sure all the required approvals are completed and all of that good stuff. And automating the candidate engagement, this is one area, especially in Indian market, where many times when we are hiring full-time, you do have at least 3 months of notice period, and making sure the candidates are properly engaged, and also us being able to know if a candidate is going to drop off, knowing it sooner is actually going to help us a lot. Okay, and then supplier management, I'll come to this in the last. And then the robust business intelligence suite, we have a lot of canned reports, and at the same time we do have ability to build custom reports and integrate them as part of the dashboard. There are a number of great features that have been added to the product. So from the feature standpoint, we could probably the ones that I want to highlight is the talent sourcing, job marketing, and resume parsing. This is where all the resumes that are coming in, we parse them and we make them searchable. And then this resume parsing is what is giving inputs to the AI to be able to match the resume with the job description and also match the resume with other resumes and help you rank them. And in some cases, if you want to really have auto sourcing, you could even have that AI send the job description to the top 10, 20 candidates. So a lot of that stuff is going to make things much easier for you. And then advanced analytics dashboards. Okay, and I mentioned shortlisting and selection. This is where we have the manual processes. And if you want auto sourcing, we also have the automated processes. Interviewing, again, there are a number of interview boards that we actually interview tools that we integrate with. And we also have some features built in wherein you can cover the interview integration of all the video tools. And then passive candidate sourcing, candidate engagement, and paperless onboarding. So if you look at it from the candidate standpoint, we are covering the entire spectrum of functionality in it when it comes to the candidates. Okay, this is definitely going to result in increase in productivity, and primarily now that the market is so competitive, we need to keep our costs low, but at the same time we need to be able to increase our productivity, and this is where Ceipal is going to help you in helping in both ways. And then job posting, you all know, there is a lot of seamless integration with LinkedIn. And then I'm going to talk about the new features we have recently integration with LinkedIn Recruit. I'm going to talk about it in the upcoming slides. And a lot of features in posting to multiple, multiple job boards, employee referrals. And also we have internal job postings, posting to the careers portal, a lot of things, like a lot of automation is available. Just in a click, you will be able to publish into a number of job boards as well as internal tools. And the talent container, this is something that is very much unique, and primarily we could source resumes from multiple places, and then we can build a talent container, which is our internal. To be honest, this is an asset for a staffing organization, wherein all the information that is in one place and be able to integrate with the job boards and then bring the data back into the talent container, walk-in resumes, campus hirings. A lot of features have been built in a way. You bring in all the resumes into one place, and then you can apply AI on top of it to be able to find the best fit. And all the way, even from a number of job boards, right, bringing in the resumes and putting into the talent container is actually going to save you on the job credits when you're actually trying to import the resumes multiple times. So that is where a lot of features have been built in, which is going to help you in doing a lot of integrated search. Okay. And one thing that I realized that in the Indian market, this is one feature, this is one thing that has not been very widely used. And this is where we are initiating a webinar where we are inviting all our customers to show 10, 20 different ways in which you can fill the talent container. Okay. The moment we have all the resumes within our database, and then you have resume parsing on top of it, now you have AI on top of it, then your job is going to become much, much, much simpler. And it's going to give us very quick results rather than us going through 100 resumes, finding the best 5 best picks and a lot of those things, right? So this is one thing that's going to make our life a lot easier. Okay. And if you're interested, you will be receiving a webinar invite from us, and we can discuss just on this one topic so that you can implement those, what I would say, implement the talent container functionality. It's all built in. There is no extra charge with this. And then you can import resumes from your emails, folders, bulk parsing. There are a number of ways in which you could bring them in. And then this is where, like, well, now I have the talent container, and this is where AI can help scoring the candidates, matching with the resumes, matching with the job description. And also it also helps in matching multiple resumes to see how compatible those, not compatible, how comparable those two candidates are. And this is one thing that in my mind actually is going to make it much, much easier for a recruiter to spot the right candidate and then quickly submit. And then interview scheduling, this is one area. Now we have identified the candidates, and then we are now pushing to the interviews. We are integrating with almost all the video platforms, what I would say, e-meeting platforms. And then we also have a built-in interview system. And also we have integrations to a number of interview tools where you could actually take some offline interviews, and then somebody can review them and then do the shortlisting. And of course, the digital onboarding. Now we have submitted the candidate, and then the candidate has accepted. Now we need to collect all the documents and make sure we take care of the next steps. And that is completely automated. It's all digital. And if you have DocuSign, we also have the integration with the DocuSign. So this is going to make it much quicker, in the sense there are no emails going back and forth. Hey, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then checking if all those things came in, and also getting the signatures, and all of those things are completely automated with the digital onboarding. And of course, like all these things, especially as a staffing organization, you need to be able to monitor the efficiency, and also you need to be able to spot the problems. And you want to see how things are going, and are we meeting our targets? How are we doing with our SLAs and KPIs? All of that good stuff is embedded into our dashboards. Apart from the standard dashboards, you also have the ability to build your own custom dashboards. This is one area, like I've seen in my previous world, where in my life I would have probably had a few close to 1,000 candidates. The biggest challenge is keeping track of all the communication with the candidates, with multiple recruiters shifting, the candidates going back and forth, and trying to get this comprehensive understanding of what happened with this candidate is a big challenge. And many a times we spend days in finding what happened. Right. And this is where, like, our omni-channel communication is actually going to bring all of the communication in one place, so that now you know what all the communication which different people within your organization had with the candidate, and all of that is actually brought into one place. And of course, the VoIP communications and the SMS, and as long as your VoIP is supporting it, we can also even have calls linked to the communication. And apart from this, like if you look at it, integration is going to be key for any organization to succeed, because there are a number of best of breed solutions out there, and it's how we string them together to form our solution is going to be very important. And if you look at it, we have 165 plus integrations, which includes a bunch of paid jobs, free job boards, productivity tools, VMS. I think we probably have close to 100 VMSs, and then social networks, a lot of integrations, right? This is what is going to make us unique in the world, wherein we can integrate with any tools and then have the bidirectional communication and bring in a lot of automation end to end. And apart from this, these are some things, like if you're a Ceipal customer, you probably have known all of these things. Now, I want to introduce you to a few things that have come in just in the recent past. I think they were just released recently. The first one is integration with LinkedIn Recruiter, right? We have automated integration, bidirectional communication integration between LinkedIn and Ceipal. wherein you can directly apply from LinkedIn, and then you have ability to pull data from LinkedIn, and it's all tightly integrated and LinkedIn certified integration. We are one of the world's first to have this kind of an integration with LinkedIn. And nowadays, LinkedIn has become one of the #1 place that we go look for candidates. And this is one thing we believe is going to be of great help to a lot of our customers. And then apart from this, we have always been talking about generative AI. And as I mentioned, if you remember that bullseye, one of the things about generative AI is somewhere in the outer circle. And this is something that we have already incorporated within Ceipal. You will be able to do a bunch of things using GPT. ChatGPT is already integrated into our tool, wherein you, based on your job description, let us say if you're not really integrated your job boards, ChatGPT can help you build a Boolean string that you can actually copy paste into the job boards and be able to source the resumes. And at the same time, what are the basic questions I can ask for to a candidate based on the job description? You have all those things built in. And similarly, if you want to send a job summary, we have ways in which we can summarize the job description that you have and then send to candidates. And even the resumes, right? You can also pick in the resume and it can summarize and then give you a gist so that you can share with the customers. So these are some of the things like newer features that have come in, and there's more to come. As we see, Ceipal has always been at the cutting edge, and we have been listening to our customers, and whatever the best of breed solutions that we can bring, we keep bringing to our customers. And next thing, WhatsApp, it's a favorite of all of us, right? I think we have built in a lot of integration, especially in case of auto sourcing, wherein we have a bunch of resumes in our talent container, and we have identified, hey, these 20 candidates could be a good fit. Now you can actually set it up auto sourcing, wherein it can actually send messages to on WhatsApp to these candidates, and the candidates can say yes or no. They can send the latest resume, all of that good stuff. Okay, and then you can also do this with the interview schedules. You can send the interview schedule on WhatsApp. They can accept, or they can suggest a different time, and then you can go back and reschedule. All of that good stuff is integrated on WhatsApp. This is something, this is brand new. In fact, LinkedIn is on beta. We have a few customers who are on beta. And once we have all of those, once we iron out all the kinks, it will be available for general release very soon. And apart from this, these are the product innovation. And on the support side too, we have been actually spending a lot of time in improving the customer experience. #1 we started is the self-help tools, where we are building a bunch of videos that can help customers quickly understand how to use a transaction, how to do it, what are the prerequisites, and all of that good stuff, which is readily available to you within the application. That is something that is coming very soon. And then there is a customer ticketing tool. So far, you were all sending emails to get the support. Now you don't have to. You just, with a click of a button, you will be able to capture the information from the screen, and all you have to do is add a few words on what your problem is, maybe attach a screenshot, and then our support team can start working on it. And we also started doing a bunch of support webinars. We've been monitoring and looking at, hey, there are some great features within Ceipal, but a lot of customers are not using them. So we are setting up webinars to promote usage of certain features so that customers can get the best value out of Ceipal. As I mentioned, there is one coming in very soon, how to fill your talent containers. What are the 10, 12 ways in which you can bring in resumes into Ceipal? That is one thing we are going to have very soon, and we'll be sending out invites. And then so far, we were only having one point of contact. Now we are building a relationship or a customer engagement managers who are going to be connected with the customers all the way from the onboarding stage throughout the life of the customer. So this is how we want to have a relationship manager who they can reach out to, and they can be their first point of what I would say escalation. And these are the people who are actually going to be voice of customer, your voice within our organization. So these are some innovations that are happening in the support space. I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay. Now, so far I was
going good. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So far, we were talking only about the applicant tracking. However, the vision of Ceipal is much beyond applicant tracking. So we are looking at us being a total talent management platform. We don't want to limit ourselves only to ATS. We want to do much more than ATS. Okay. So this is where there is going to be a announcement coming in soon. We have a new product that I'm just giving a glimpse of what it is going to do. It is going to take care of, like, for example, we have the ATS and we have our recruiters looking for candidates ourselves. However, you have a network of other staffing organizations who can also, like, you can multiply your capacity by connecting with them and have them source resumes and then submit your candidates. And if you're actually an RPO, if you're an aggregator, then this is going to make your life even more easier in maintaining relationship both with your customer as well as your suppliers and making sure all the resumes are coming in. And then this application, we are calling it as ProcureWise. It is tightly integrated with ATS platform. So you're not doing transactions on both sides. There is a recruiter persona and there is a vendor management persona. So basically all these things are very tightly integrated, and the suppliers have visibility on what is happening with their submission. Has it been accepted? Has an interview been scheduled? So which is going to cut down so much of email integration. There's so much of email traffic, and then suppliers, they themselves know what is the status. And then apart from this, now we actually onboard these candidates, basically the subcontractors, then all their timesheets, invoicing, billing, all of these things are also going to be automated, and they're all going to work like one system with your ATS. So that is where what this is going to do. It is actually going to multiply our capacity to be able to quickly source the resumes and send out to the customers. Okay. Very soon you will hear the announcement for this product. Okay. And then when we look at it from the ProcureWise standpoint, there are two capabilities. One is the sourcing capability, wherein we are enrolling the suppliers. We are focusing on sourcing the candidates from the suppliers and dealing with the recruitment process. Then once the candidate is already, once the submission is done, once the client is accepted, now the spend control comes into picture. Now we are taking care of onboarding the candidates. We are taking care of the placement. We are taking care of the timesheets, invoicing, and all the things that are related to the billing to customers and billing to receiving the billing to the suppliers and integrating with the ERPs. Of course, the supplier metrics, right? And also dashboard analytics. A lot of good stuff is coming. And the best part is it is going to work seamlessly with Ceipal ATS. And if you look at it, from the vision standpoint, right? We want to be the total talent management all the way from the requisition to complete supplier management and the candidate management. And especially we want to help you in digitally transform your business to be able to quickly complete things, paperless processes, and getting you the best of the technology available. And then we have designated support. Our teams are always there. I'm sure who are our people who are our customers, they know like how our support team is. And like we have the email support, call support. And then we also have offices in 4 major cities within India. And we also have teams who actually are very well connected with our customers. Data security, we are SOC 2 compliant, GDPR compliant, data encryption, and then 2-step verification. All of the good stuff that is needed from data security is already in there. And lots of integrations, we did talk about lots of integrations, and all of these are readily available. Okay. With this, I open up for questions.
Yeah, hello, sir. Myself, Jyoti.
Yeah, Jyoti.
Okay, I do have one question. Sir, is there any way it's like resume should have any keywords so that ATS can track the applicants? Is there in a resume, should a candidate give keywords? It's like something which, because it's going to track the candidates, right? So
Yeah,
that's my concern. Is there any requirement is there?
It is not like we are not expecting keywords, but it does match the keywords. They don't really have to mention that these are the keywords. That is where AI is going to come into play. AI is going to look at the keywords from the job description. It is also picking the keywords from the resume, and it is going to do the match. People don't really have to identify that these are the keywords. But end of the day, the keywords you are looking for are primarily the basic job qualifications, right? What were the technologies used in the latest job? All of these things AI can parse through the resume and come up with this is what the candidate is.
Fine, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Any other questions? And we do have our team, Bharat and Madan on the call.
Hi,
And
Bharat. Hi, Madan.
Hi, team. Thank you so much, Raghav. That was very useful for us. Hope everybody on the call be beneficial for this.
we are hearing an echo, Bharat.
Do you hear echo right?
Yeah, we still hear an echo.
I have a question, Raghav. See, now the time is more due to our experience on hiring the candidates. Connecting with the candidates, okay, it's become more complicated. Whenever we call, they're not picking up, even though we are using the WhatsApp message. When they send them back, then we are in off mode. Then tomorrow morning we come. So a lot of hurdles are there to connect with the candidates, if at all, if it is Sunday or Saturday. So if you see, the internet has changed the life. Like before that, if you want to see a film in a television or a serial, you have to go and sit on that time. Okay. After this OTT, okay, so you can go and sit and you can watch anytime, right? So like this, is there any uh, uh, integration or video? Since I have some experience from Europe, where it's an automated video interview. Okay, so it will show some slide, it asks questions, then they have to record the video for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, then again it will ask another questions. So it, whether I don't know whether they are using AI to watch that video, or they are watching that video afterwards. Okay, so is there any something like in your Ceipal ATS?
There are a lot of interview job boards that are available, which are readily integrated with Ceipal. All you need is to have an account with them. And then we have all the integration wherein we can send the candidate to them, bring back, and then have the evaluation done, and then bring back the evaluation. That's all something that is already built in.
Okay, so all these, you said there are 165 integrations, right? So there will be a lot of competitors inside that for the same service. So how will you recommend any one of the like this video interview? Okay, so can you able to recommend some of the best ones to your clients?
Yes, we do actually. We have like a few platforms, right? When it comes to integration, it's not one and done.
Yeah.
Right. Primarily like the ones who we work with and the ones we have close relationship where we can actually collaborate together. For example, I was talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where the LinkedIn development team and our development team work together. So they have the kind of relationship where they can pick up the phone and say, hey, I'm seeing this glitch. How can we fix it? So definitely those are the kind of suppliers we recommend, because even if there is a glitch, we can work together and fix it. There are a few cases where we don't have that kind of a rapport. In those cases, we may just take a step back, but many times wherever we have great relationship with our with those platforms, we do recommend those platforms.
That's good. So any questions? Sundar, you should have a lot of questions. You are using it.
Yeah. In fact, support team was very good, and Raghav, it was a wonderful presentation from your side.
Thank you.
Very useful, and in fact, we are using this tool effectively. And while we are seeing improvement in reducing the time taken to complete the positions, it's very helping us, all our clients. In
Thank
fact, we
you.
are trying to integrate some of like how we can integrate our clients into this Ceipal. Is that any feasibility is there to integrate our?
There are actually, this is where like your clients, if they are using a number of VMSs, we are actually starting an integration team that can work with you in integrating the VMS softwares with Ceipal. So we do have like about 100 plus VMSs already integrated. If your customers are using one of those, it is much quicker. If it is not, then we'll have to work with you in building the integration.
Okay, nice.
At the end of the day, we are looking at that end-to-end automation, so that the moment there is a requisition, we need to be knowing it, and then we should be able to quickly check, do I have any resumes within my talent container, and pick the most important ones and then start working on them. If I don't have one, I would like to actually quickly publish them to the job boards, or quickly source resumes from the job boards, or bring in resumes from all the places, bring it in one place, apply AI, rank the resumes, and then be able to work with them, and the whole end-to-end process, and giving visibility on where we are within the process. So this is something that is very important. Most of our customers do appreciate the kind of automation that we bring to the table.
Great, great, Ron.
And of course, we are always around just in case if you need any support, we're always there. And all the people who are on the call who are not Ceipal customers, we would love to work with you, and we can assure you that we are going to make your processes much better, much quicker, because time to submit is going to be one of the key features, key points, which is going to make or break the deal. Because in recruitment market, everybody is in the race, right? The first best resume, who gets the first best resume won the business, right? And for us to be able to do that, and for us to be able to put automation to be able to do this quickly, is where the key is, and that is where Ceipal can help you make that magic happen.
Nice.
Thank you, Raghav. It's a wonderful presentation, starting from the Gartner Recruiting Innovation Survey, starting with that, and 165 integrations as well as the ChatGPT integration. It's mind-blowing, since here we are struggling to use the Booleans, okay, to find the right candidate.
Yes.
So we have a software team where our software team helps recruiters to how to use the Booleans, okay. So now it's much easier to use the ChatGPT to go and put the JD and get some Booleans, search keywords that have some. Also, the summary of resume to send it to the client is also a very good one. And also the WhatsApp integration have some, since connecting with the candidates are the more headache for our recruiters, since everyone is working, right? So we have to work in the evening time. Sometimes the time is more different, since everybody is not, maybe before WhatsApp, we get a call, we just pick the call. Nowadays we don't pick the call, right? So we say what's the matter, or we send the information in WhatsApp that we are. So the world is changing. So we have to change, and we have to respect the time for recruiters as well as the the candidates. And more pressure is from the clients. Okay, whenever you get a JD, they say as soon as possible, ASAP, and also they want an immediate joiner. So I don't know what what is their immediate joiner, since everyone has a one month, at least a 1 month notice period, right? So these are the challenges we are facing, and hope the ATS and your pipeline for futures are very good, and hope it will help to grow the business. Both it helps the recruitment process, both for the candidates as well as recruitment agencies, as well as for the HR professionals, as well as for the SMEs, as well as for the corporates. Okay, so corporates, if you integrate VMS, that's awesome. Since it's streamline the process, right? So right from hiring an end-to-end process, everything is it's become like what you said, talent management instead of ATS, right? It's a simple word is ATS. Nowadays, we should not use a small words, right? Maybe ATS may be a big word. Now it's become a small word since it's become more micro ATS. So we have to
Yes.
say it as a talent management ecosystem or something like that, where everyone can come and enjoy their working, right, jobs. So very good. Thank you very much for the presentation. We have around 66 registrations. You will be getting all their email IDs so that you can promote your products to them, your team. And also this will go recorded in both in YouTube, and it will be promoted to all the registered people as well as in LinkedIn and Facebook, in our social media, so that who are all not attended, they can watch it and they can connect with you and they can learn more from your product. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Das, for summarizing, and thank you very much for providing this opportunity and the forum to be able to reach out to a number of customers. And thank you very, very much for the opportunity.
Welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you.
That's a wonderful, informative speaker. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and experience. Thank you very much, participants. Very good involvement. Please send your feedback about us and speaker, which will help us to improve. Thank you for your time, and let's meet on another session.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Thank you.